Where'd my damn water go? Seriously? I just had the thing in my hand. Oh. It's in my pocket. So I couldn't find it. Hello, friends. Hello. Oh, I just got up from a nap. I really thought that if I laid down and just got some rest, that I would wake up and everything would have went back to normal. But alas, nay. So, hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday to you. I don't really keep makeup today, and then I slept on the couch, and I must have slept right on my face. I don't nap like a normal person. I don't nap. And like beautiful Sleeping Beauty, I wake up and I look like the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm like, and I'm always just mad as hell when I wake up. Like, I hit the ground swinging, not running. I'm like, so, anywho, I had every intention of waking up and being like, oh, it was all just a bad dream and we've gone back to normal. But no. No, instead I wake up to find that the Herald Leader, the Lexington Herald Leader, what was supposed to be an unbiased source of information in the state in which I grew up, has completely flipped blue. They're encouraging you to go to these stupid protests on Saturday. I hope and pray, dear Lord, that everyone who is stupid enough to go to these protests and participate will be detained and tried for treason against the United States of America. That is my wish to the good Lord this week. Is anybody who is foolish enough to bite the hand that feeds them needs to be detained and tarred and feathered for treason. You don't have to like the government, but you do have to respect it. And if you don't respect it, then pick any of these other little countries that you're trying to flee from and grab your friends and go home. This is the thing that bothers me the most. I've seen this. Okay, let's address the elephants in the room. No, not even the elephants in the room, because it ain't the damn Republicans doing it. Let's address the jackasses in the room. That's y'all's mascot, ain't it? Over there on the Democratic side, a big old jackass. I know why. Would you hide Anne Frank in your attic? No. No. Because she wasn't illegal. That's a different thing. The genocide of a population of people and protecting illegals that are in our country without proper documentation are two different things. And no, I'm not going to hide an illegal immigrant family in my house, because y'all are the same mother fathers who called Andy Bashir during COVID and told him we were all going to church, and they came with cops and shut us down. They had tip lines. You set up tip lines to call and tell on your neighbors for getting together during COVID. Okay. You documented every time that we got a vaccination and recommended that we have vaccine passports in order to go anywhere. That was y'all's side. I do not understand for the life of me how the party who is supporting this horseshit nonsense that's protesting the United States of America because we have to save the immigrant children, but you'll kill American ones in the womb? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And any of y'all who are using that damn sound clip from Elena, that's a movie. That's a movie. And it's a little girl crying about, Mama, don't leave me, Mama, don't leave me, and it's in Spanish. That's not real. That's not a news story. That's a scripted television / motion picture plot. Everybody's using this bleeding heart soundbite like, can you stand that? Can you stand that? No, I want to hear how Lake and Riley's family handled this. I want to hear how all the several children that you haven't heard their names. You haven't heard their names because they was born here in the United States and they got abducted and kidnapped and raped and killed by cartel members and people here illegally. You didn't hear their names. It doesn't advance their agenda. But you are out of your damn mind if you can preach tolerance and acceptance to me about people who are sneaking in my back door, but yet you're killing American children in the womb. I don't believe in abortion. I do believe in swallowing. There's nothing to uproot if you don't plant a seed. But abortion is not birth control. It's murder. It's murder. It's murder. It's murder. Blows my mind that you get a harsher jail penalty for being rude to an animal than you do to a child. And I'm thinking that the people at the veterinary's offices and the ASPCAs and the Humane Society need to start working for the U.S. government, because they don't take in strays. They don't take in something that's going to be dangerous to the entire population. That's the excuse that my friend got when she tried to rescue an animal. We don't take in strays. I was like, y'all need to be working at the border. Because if we had had that mentality before this shit started, we wouldn't be in the situation that we were in. But what do I know? I just have 3 college degrees and IQ higher than your credit score, and I'm a country music singer. Fuck do I know? Maybe if I had a drug addicted problem and was sleeping with everybody in Nashville, you'd listen to what I had to say. But then I'd be on the wrong side. Y'all blow my damn mind. You blow my damn mind. You want to outlaw weed, but you want to let in the cartels. You want to support abortion, but you don't want to uphold the borders. You want to save the world, but you don't really give a shit about the veterans and the children in our own country. All right. Here's something else. Here's something else we need to talk about. Mexico owns California. Yeah, and then we bought it from them. We paid them for it. We paid you. Here's money for your land. We took the land. We didn't steal it. We bought it. But if that's how you feel, then stop sending your damn money to Ukraine, because that's actually a part of Russia. And you're going to freak out when you hear about Palestine. So if you're supporting this shit, then I want all $40 billion back from the Ukraine that we spent to send over there for humanitarian effort. If you honestly believe that California belongs to Mexico, then I want every damn dime back from the Ukraine. Bunch of cherry-picking hypocrites. Y'all sound like the Church of Christ up there in Greenup. We believe this, but only if it does this and it applies to this. Everybody said, remember what Jesus said about foreigners in your land? I remember what he said about sojourners in your land. I remember what he said about people traveling on the Spice Merchant Trail and the Evangelical Trail and traveling across Europe and Asia. I remember what was said about that, about how you have to follow the laws of the land that you are in. For the love of Christ, the very first act in heaven was deportation. The very first act before Adam and Eve ever set foot on this earth was deportation. Otherwise, Satan would be still up there. They couldn't follow the rules. They tried to take over. They said, screw it, death to heaven. We hate this place. And God said, down. You're gone. Casting you out. I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here. That was before he even said, let there be light in Genesis 1. Okay? So don't give me that horse shit about, well, this isn't how God would do. This is exactly what God would do. This is exactly what God would do. If you can't follow the rules and you can't do what we say, get out. Happened with Satan. Happened with Adam and Eve. Happened with Abraham. Happened with Lot. Happened with Moses. If you cannot follow the law, you have to get out. So don't pull this whole Bible beat and stand on your pulpit and talk to me like I'm not in the choir for the past 30 years. I know what it says. Maybe you don't. It also says we should have a spirit of discernment and that we should stop our brothers and sisters from following down the pathway of evil. That's what I'm trying to do. Quit it. Quit it. If you love what you do, you love your home, you love how things are, you love that you could go home and see your family, see your kids, have supper at your dinner table and pray to the God of your choosing, then quit with this foolishness. Or else pack your shit and pick out your tar and feathers, because I want to be the first one to see you on TV for treason. You realize that Obama deported way more people than Trump did. They just didn't advertise it, right? You realize that Biden is just as big of a hypocrite and a criminal that you claim that Trump is, right? You realize all this, but because it was on your side, you just ignored it. It's those people at church that their husband's cheating on them for the past 30 years and has a girlfriend in the next town, but they're preaching to you about how you should treat your husband. Okay, let me take notes there, sister. And I know I'm ruffling feathers because somebody should. When did it become so taboo to support your own country? Somebody said everybody deserves a chance to be in America. Well, yeah, I agree with that. Everybody deserves a chance to go to Disney World, but if you ain't buying a ticket, they don't let your ass in. Period. Period. I don't understand why we have tougher security at a theme park in Florida than you do at the borders. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody out there want to commentate and tell me what the hell's going on? Because let me explain to you what this is exactly like. I'm going to Costco. I don't have a membership. Not at all. Sneak on in. Fill up my cart. Eat the free samples. Use their bathroom. Ask to borrow somebody's cell phone. I get up to the register and they go, "Where's your Costco card?" I ain't got one. Then you have to leave. No. Then I grab a Sam's Club flag, stand in the middle of Costco and go, "Death to Costco." Do you see how much sense that makes? If you love that country so much, then why the hell did you come here? If you love your homeland so much, then why the fuck are you breathing my American air? If you love everybody so much everywhere else, then go see them. Tell them we said hi. This is not hard. But I will tell you this. Kentucky's a red state, except for one little line of blue that Andy Beshear likes to hide in. And all of his little cronies and dipshits that want to follow him around. There's a reason why y'all are jackasses. I mean, it's on y'all's mascot. It's like my papa said, be a Republican, Sarah Beth. Either join them now or work for them later. So, I'm just surprised that Kentucky would even entertain this idea, because they're not going to get no further east than Lexington if they do. You know that during the civil rights movement of the 60s, that 90% of the people in Appalachia stood with shotguns on the bridges to keep from them busting in people, right? And those were our own Americans. You really think they're going to roll out the red carpet and be like, come on, they ain't shut down our one sit-down restaurant in Eastern Kentucky yet because they ain't deported the people that are cooking in the back. Come on. I know that's where everybody's all up in arms. You're about to lose the only restaurant that you can go to on Sunday afternoon so you don't have to cook separate. Well, tell Juan to get a green card. You're blowing my damn mind. But don't for 1 second expect me to save anybody else. I done took 2 of every animal were overflowing. And now y'all are fighting like that third monkey on the ark. It's like them 2 dinosaurs standing on the dock going, shit, was that today? Bon voyage. Ta-ta, you're losing your marbles. Dumb. So anyway, Tennessee is a red state. We just have big blue cities in the middle of it. Because you know why? Everybody in Nashville's from California. You want to know why? Because everybody from Knoxville is from a damn liberal state. You want to know why? Because everybody in the major metropolitan areas that they claim to be blue are actually in the middle of a big deep sea of red. Best you are is purple. That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Y'all have always been all talk anyway. And y'all, no kings. About 250 years late for that damn lecture, son. We done wrote that breakup note and celebrated it in 1776. But thanks for keeping up. Better late than pregnant. You can't be this stupid. This ain't the America that I was born and raised and prepared for. Sarah, you're going to have to get a college degree in order to get a job. Sarah, you're going to have to be really good at everything. You're going to have to wear pantyhose and a parasuit. Sarah, you're going to have to be a housewife and a country music singer. Sarah, you're going to have to do it all. I can. Won awards for it. You may not believe in kings, but I believe I'm the queen and I believe what I say goes, so fuck off. I don't see nobody protesting in my front yard because I usually hand them a piece of cheese ball and a guitar pick and they go, oh my God, we got gifts for coming. She's the best. Is that what you're doing here? They're giving you that Obama cell phone and some Medicaid and they're like, we ain't leaving. God, things are too good. It's fine, but the fair's closing. You gotta go. You gotta go. Your 7-day free trial has now ended. If you'd like to make a purchase for your subscription, enter your credit card information at this time. But your 7-day free trial in America's done. How do you feel about people being separated from their children? The same way I feel when you arrest somebody for marijuana and put them in prison and then they can't see their kids for 8 to 10 years for no good God reason. Y'all ain't just worried about it in the inner cities when there's a bunch of mamas raising their babies by themselves. You ain't worried about that. No, they're separated all the time. Them youngins are ripped right out of the house from those people. They should have made better decisions. They're just in a bad way. You hear the hypocrisy, right? You hear it. You can hear yourself talk, right? Or are you just talking to let the rocks rattle around inside your head? Blows my damn mind. You got us a new animal? Is it here? Oh, God. Does it have papers? Because we ain't taking in any more strays.
It's in Panama City right now.
No, we're not taking that damn cat. No, I believe just like the vets in Florida do. We don't take in strays. It's dangerous to everybody else that lives here. No.
We can vaccinate.
No, we can't. No, I don't believe in vaccinations either. Hell, you're sounding like a Democrat, Sean. No, I saw her video too, and I feel for that little animal. I do feel worse for the Americans that are in the middle of this right now. No, we're not getting a new farm animal. That's a cat. No. No. If we're getting anything, it's a peacock or a bobcat. That way that if somebody shows up in my yard and I hear, wah, 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 I go, let's go. Does anybody else even know what color we're supposed to wear for the Civil War? I'm assuming that our team color is red. I'm assuming that would be our team color. Do we have a fight song yet? Does anybody know if it's YMCA? I mean, are we just waiting to hear ba 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 and we're like, oh shit, charge? No, or is it going to be, we're not gonna take it? No, we ain't gonna take it. Or is it going to be all of us Republicans running through the field going, born free as the wind blows. Sucks to be you. Don't hate us because you ain't us. Whatever. I mean, throw whatever 90s reference you want in there. I don't care. I'm rubber and you're glue. You know what is rubber? Them bullets that's bouncing off y'all's asses for messing with the National Guard. That's worse than paintball. I just love it if one of them just swapped one of them out and be like, oh shit, Alec Baldwin must have loaded this gun. These were real bullets. Can we put Alec Baldwin on something? Can we put him in charge of something that has to do with ammo? Because he's real good at it. Let's put Gary Busey in charge, too. I just love guns, man. I love guns and things with guns. Hi, I'm Gary Busey. I trust that more than the horse shit that they're reporting on CBS right now. Anyway, poor little Sally Struthers. You remember her? She used to wear the little Gaither outfit and do her hair, and she got for 15 cents a day. You can adopt this Ethiopian child. I think we need to dig her up, dust her off, and be like, for 15 cents a day, you can feed the children in your own neighborhood who are starving to death because we're sending all the money to a country you can't find on a map. If you really honestly believe that California belongs to Mexico, then I want you to write a letter to your congressman and get every single dime of the $40 billion that we sent over to the Ukraine because they belong to Russia. I want you to take all your money that you're spending at Walmart and give it to a Republican because they're supporting China. I want to take all the money that you're sending to Palestine because guess what? Not our fucking fight. Not our fight. Balance your own checkbook before you start handing out shit on the street.
And hell, we already know how that's going to turn out anyway. It's written in the words.
It's written in the red letters. There will be wars of rumors, and there will be wars of rumors, rumors of wars, and wars to come. That's the way it's been since the dawn of time. But you weren't out here for this part. I said, you can't come at me with this horse shit that it ain't Christian when God's first act before he put light on this globe was to send Satan out of heaven. If you can't follow the rules, get out. That's from the Lord Almighty. So argue with God if you want to. You're going to have a chance here soon if you keep fucking with the National Guard. You're going to meet him face first. God started the first immigration policy. He cast Satan out, and then Adam and Eve couldn't do their stuff. He's like, guess what? Get out. Get all your shit. Get out. Do you not know what Jesus said about it? I know what his daddy said about it. And having been raised in the South for the past 40 years, I know that there's rarely an answer that doesn't involve go ask your daddy. Did it? He said, and I quote, get out. So anyway. But don't for 1 second come at me and say that I don't have a heart of compassion or that I'm not a Christian. Because I believe in discernment and protecting your own. Seems to me that if we were getting along with everybody, there wouldn't be a battle of Jericho. Seems to me if we were getting along with everybody, they wouldn't have told Lot and his wife to get the hell out of Sodom and Gomorrah. Seems if we were getting along with everybody, Moses wouldn't have went into Egypt and said, we've been here too long, my bad, can we leave? So anyway, get mad if you want to. Call me what you want to in my comments because that's the only way that you're going to have the balls enough to say it because you won't say it to my face. I've given you the opportunity. I've come to you toe-to-toe and said, say it to my face. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want your 15 minutes on social media so you can make somebody look like an asshole? Go ahead. You're poking a bear. Come on out. Balls out, claws out. Go ahead. Say what you want to. Say what you want to. Say it. Say something else stupid. Then don't go crying to Daddy Zuckerberg because I've hurt your feelings and went against community standards. You're going against community standards by supporting this bullshit. That ain't good for the community. But until you rectify the homeless situation in America, until you rectify the Medicaid problem, until you rectify the EBT problem, until you rectify the medical problems, till you rectify homelessness, drug addiction, and the purge of Appalachia, then shut up. Till you fix all that shit in your own house, I ain't going to take your advice on nothing else. Get your own house in order. Don't come at me, Transylvania University, when I ain't paid my student loans in 20 years because y'all are a bunch of fucking liars, that I'm going to give you all $25 for the alumni fund. No, 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 no. Don't be asking me for nothing else. Same exact difference. Same exact difference. Take care of your own first. I have absolutely no problem with helping those that are less fortunate than me. I do, however, believe in putting on your own mask first before you help the person in the seat next to you on this airplane going down. But like I said, I do hope and pray with every fiber of my being that anybody who participates or supports these protests this Saturday will be tried for treason and tarred and feathered on national television. That is my solemn wish. That is my earnest prayer to the good Lord above. Is that he would give those with power good sense and those with good sense power. And in the meantime, the rest of us patience to deal with the assholes. Okay? That's what I want. But I'm going to get hate. And I'm going to get yelled at. And I'm going to... And I tell y'all what, y'all are the biggest bunch of name calling. I've been called white trash, ignorant. Words that I haven't even heard except in those R-rated movies that one time I snuck into the wrong theater as a child. I mean, is that all y'all got? You're not providing any solutions. You're just providing noise. You're providing a backing soundtrack for the bullshit. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. So... God bless Governor DeSantis in Florida who said, if you're on the road and you're protesting and somebody's driving by, don't stop. You have every single right to flee for your safety. When somebody hits a deer in the road, they don't blame the damn car, they blame the deer. That deer shouldn't have crossed there. Everybody's like, how can you say this stuff when people are being separated from their families? Okay, listen, let me explain something to you. I went to Bristol, Tennessee for the, Bristol 500, whatever. Back in 97, 98, years not important. What's important is that I got separated from my family because I was a very willful child, about 15 years old. And I ended up down in the infield in a place I shouldn't have been. And you know who didn't get blamed for that? NASCAR. You know who didn't get blamed for that? Drivers at NASCAR. You know who didn't get blamed for that? Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. You know who did get blamed for that? My parents for not keeping an eye on me and putting me in harm's way. if you are foolish enough to sneak into our country and bring your children and put them in harm's way, and then you get detained and separated from your child, that ain't a government problem, honey. That's a parenting problem. That's your problem. That's child endangerment and neglect. You're the one that put him in this situation. You're the one that got him in trouble. You're the one that got him separated from you. It's on you. If you'd come in the proper way with the proper channels and done this the way that everybody else has done it, that's been here legally for the past, well, I don't know, 250 years, then you wouldn't have to worry about being separated from your child unless you broke the law again. Follow the rules or you get kicked out. This is not a novel idea. This is literally why we have law and order. This is why we have government. This is why we have rules. And if you don't like that, then by all means, please pack up your stuff and go back to England. Right? But if you're going to start flying the Mexican flag in California, then I want the Irish flag in North Carolina. I want the Israel flag in New York. I want the French flag in Louisiana. I want the German flag up north. You see where this is going, right? You see where this is going, right? I pledge allegiance to this flag and the country for which it stands. That's it. There's no hidden agenda. There's no hidden meaning. There's just black and white. This is it. This is what I believe. This is what I don't believe. There is no discussion about it. But anyway, y'all are bound and determined to end up with the story to tell your friends this weekend, and that's fine. I hope you're right with the Lord, because there's a real good chance a lot of y'all are going to meet him this weekend. I don't understand how they don't get it either. And I saw an ad today on Craigslist for Lexington, Kentucky. Demonstration volunteers. Or demonstration, not volunteers because they're getting paid. Demonstration participants. After your 3-hour on-the-ground training, you get paid $1,500 per protest if we don't have to provide your bricks. But in Chicago, they delivered almost 20 million bricks today and just set them in the street for the protesters. Brought to you by Walmart. That's 100% accurate too. Walmart and the Communist Party of China are sponsoring these protests. That is a hand-to-God fact. Walmart is funding anarchy. You feel better about the rollbacks yet? Feel better about the big blue store? Feel better about it? Hell no. I'm going to Dollar General. I'll never set foot in another Walmart again as long as I live. And I spend a lot of money in Walmart, as most people in rural West Virginia and rural Kentucky and Appalachia do. I'll go to the Dollar General. I'll go to the Aldi's. I'll go to the Dollar Tree. Hell, I'll go to a yard sale where I set foot in a Walmart again. Never again. They'll get another dime of my money so that they can give it to people like this to tear our government apart. Nope. 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 That's my protest. You don't get no more of my hard-earned money. Nanner, nanner, nanner. You want to hit them where it hurts? Hit them in the pocketbook. Take away their Stanley cups and their yoga pants, and then they won't have nothing to do. Tell you something else we should get rid of while we're at it. Starbucks. Communist coffee. I don't drink it neither. They don't support our troops. Specifically, was told at Fort Polk, why are y'all getting rid of Starbucks? Because we don't support the troops. Okay, well, that's $35 a week that I don't need to spend on sugary coffee. Save money. Live better. Well, I'm down to my last cigarette. I gotta go get a pack. I gotta calm my blood pressure down because right now I'm wound up like a drum. I don't understand. I do not understand. Maybe it's not for me to understand. Maybe I'm not supposed to understand it. Maybe I'm just supposed to stick firm to my convictions. Maybe I'm supposed to be the one person telling the truth in a big sea of bullshit. Maybe I'm supposed to stick to my guns, literally and figuratively. This is not going to end well. Well, let me back it up. It's going to end fine for Republicans. If you're on the right side of history, you don't have to worry about nothing. If you're on the right side of God, you don't have to worry about nothing. But if for 1 second you're entertaining any of this bullshit that's meant to divide us and conquer us, good luck. Because that block applies in real life too, not just on Facebook. I said that a couple months ago, and then one of my cousins walked up to me and she goes, I haven't seen you on Facebook. I said, because I blocked you. That applies in real life too. Bye. Nothing for you, baby. But we have a show Saturday in Lexington, Kentucky. It's not a protest. It's a celebration of our freedom. It's a celebration of good music and good people and good company. It's a celebration of all of the things that we love about our American way of life because we was born here, live here, raised here, and pay taxes here. So, if you're tired of all the horse shit going on in Lexington on Saturday, come on over to my show at Barrel 53 on Saturday night and get right again. And however you want to mean that. And I'm just vain enough to believe that I'm right. Vote right, think right, sing right. Yep. It's like I said the other day, we used to be called the far right. Now we're just called the right so far. And I've been reading ahead. There's some shit coming up. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Because I know that y'all are waiting for the big series finale. But I've been reading ahead. Anyway, I just hope and pray that you know the Lord. And I can tell by the way y'all are acting that you don't. I think that's what breaks my heart most of all. Is just because it's not about compassion anymore. And it's not about humanitarianism. It's about sticking it to the powers that be. It's about I'm right and you're wrong. It's about blue versus red, black versus white, gay versus straight. It doesn't matter. You're picking whatever line that you want to draw in the sand and begging somebody to cross it. This ain't about being a Christian anymore. This ain't even about being a good human anymore. This is about being an American. Let's get down to brass tacks. You're either for us or against us. If you're for us, welcome aboard. If you're against us, pack of shit. If you're for us, we'll see you when we see you. If you're against us, I hope I never see you again. I think it's really funny that I went down 200 follows on Instagram and was called everything in the world that you could possibly think of. I was like, this is how you all fight back? It's just by calling names? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Democrats. God. Liberal. You make life a living hell. But I think it's funny, I went up almost 1,000 likes or 1,000 followers on Facebook. So I guess that everybody who's thinking straight is my age and on Facebook, and everybody who is using coloring books instead of dictionaries is on Instagram. I knew this was trouble. I knew Instagram was trouble to begin with when all there are pictures. You don't have to read. That concerned me. But anyway. If you watch, the majority is still ruling. If you watch, 312 electoral votes and 77 million Americans in a landslide voted for this. If you're watching, he's doing his job. But y'all don't get to call the shots anymore. You had 4 years to do this shit, and all you did was put a dementia puppet in the White House and tell the rest of us we were crazy. You put a diaper on our face and told Fauci that he had more control over everybody than the King of England. No, he's not even a real doctor. God. I'd rather listen to Dr. Hook than Dr. Fauci. At least he put you on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Jesus. But anyway, I hope wherever you are tonight that you're praying hard for our country. I hope that wherever you are tonight that you're praying for your neighbor and hope that they come to their good senses before Saturday. I hope that wherever you are listening to my voice tonight that the good Lord has given you the sense to do right from wrong. Shelly, I'm right there with you. It cross-posts to Instagram and I get, death threats. Nasty stuff that I wouldn't even say to my ex-husband. Nasty stuff. And I'm like, how's that tolerance working out for your side? Good? Are y'all ready to be unburdened by what has been? By the way, your ex-vice president nominee, Tim Walz, is speaking at an old Kings rally. That's the same MFer that's saying that the government's overreaching, and he was the one that deployed the National Guard to enforce a quarantine during COVID. How's that taste, that crow that you're eating? Hope you choke on it. But if anybody cares and we live through it, I got a song coming out in a week. In a week. My love song to the love of my life, Mr. Right in there, and he's right in a lot of ways. That song comes out June the 20th. You can pre-save it right now. It's on my profile. It's called Can't Get Enough, and I hope to God that you listen to it, because every single time that you listen to it, I get almost a fraction of a penny, and since they're getting rid of pennies, I have to listen to it 100,000 times before I can make a buck. But I'm giving it all I got, because it's all I know how to do. I was told when I was a little girl that I should be a musician. I should be a songwriter. Sarah, you have a God-given amount of talent. You should use it. And I did. And I worked my ass off. And I'm still working my ass off and singing and talking and spreading joy and spreading humor and telling the truth everywhere I go. But because I won't do cocaine and show my boobies, they won't let me on the radio. I did not work this hard and get 3 degrees so that I could beat an algorithm. I did not work this hard and get 3 degrees and 20 years in the music business so that I could look at my neighbor and say, are you kidding me right now with this? And my favorite, because I know everybody's like, Sarah, you're a musician, not a politician. Well, no, I'm an American first and foremost, regardless of what my job title is. That's not my whole personality. But what pisses me off more than anything is that some of these bigger names in Kentucky that, you know, I've played with, toured with, sang with, watched them rise into the fame that they're in right now, and I'm like, oh, y'all are fixing to nosedive into hell. I love that every time there's some kind of social situation that one of the biggest stars in Kentucky uses as an opportunity to call us all a bunch of racist bigots. He did it with George Floyd. He did it with COVID. Now he's doing it with his Democrat. You know what? I think if he loves it so much that he should pack up his little Jersey Giant and head to California. That's what I think. But I'm tired of being told by people who don't even have bread and water how to live my life. I'm not going to name names. I don't think I have to. But anyway, I'm going to use my platform for what I think is right. And what I think is right is supporting the United States of America and the people that are trying to straighten it up. What I think is right is putting God first and letting him sort out the rest. What I think is right is that those of us who are on the right side of history and have the sense that God gave a goose all band together and be like, you know how we're going to protest the protest? We're going to go to work. We're going to go back to work. We're going to go do our jobs to make America great again. How is that an offensive comment to you? I don't want to make America great. Then pack up your chalupa and head south, amigo. Ay, 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 run for the border. Everybody's coming at me going, you're racist. I'm not racist. I'm American. I don't give a what color you are. Yellow, blue, pink, red, black, orange, green. Give a damn. If you're an American, I got your back. If you ain't, bye-bye. Good to see you. Don't forget to write. But if you hate this country so much that you are hell-bent on destroying it, why are you here? Why are you here? Tom Hanks went to Greece. He's out. Ellen went to England. She's out. As far as I know. And they sent Ryan Reynolds back to Canada. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, if you hate it that much, by all means, you have the money to get out. If you don't have the money to get out, then sneak into their country like they're sneaking into ours and see what happens. I guarantee you it won't be the same warm welcome that they're getting in the United States of America for the past 50 years. Just ask that little Brittany Griner how it works breaking the rules in another country. What about that little kid in Thailand that got caned that time? Let's ask him how that worked out, sneaking into a country and raising hell. Let's just see what's going on with him. Those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So when it does repeat, let's hope we're on the right side of it. The victors go the spoils, and they get to write history however they want to. You never hear from the losers, you know. They don't get a say. But anyway, I'm disappointed in the Lexington Herald Leader. I'm very disappointed in WKYT. And I do not understand why the state that I was born and raised and love has decided that they're going to bleed blue more than for the Kentucky ball games. Ain't the state that I grew up in, and I thank God that I'm not living there anymore. I can't figure it out. This is not the Kentucky that I was born and raised in. This ain't the America that I was born and raised in. And I'll be damned if it's going to be the America that my kids are raised in. So, fix it. If you don't know how to fix it, tune in. Yesterday, me and this little squabble got onto it in TikTok, back and forth. Bah, 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 you hate this, bah, 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 you hate that. Meh, 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 meh. So I got on her profile and she had 197 followers. I was like, okay. So I called her out on it, and congratulations, she's went up almost 300 followers. So you're welcome. You're welcome. Me tripling your fan base is all because you decided to poke at a comedian, so you're welcome. Welcome to the Big Girls Club. Do no harm, but take no shit, and pass me a lighter. But I'm tired of being boondoggled, bamboozled, and banged up the butt. I almost said something wrong, but if I'm going to use this for real later, I can't use the F word anymore. Because apparently the shit that's going on in California doesn't offend you, but my 4-letter words do. That's what's wrong with America. I can't say what I want to on my Facebook, but you can do whatever the hell you want to in the streets of Los Angeles. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Can we bring back citizens arrests? Can we do that? Can we report somebody for violating community standards in real life? Or spreading misinformation? Or harassing you? Because I feel like that should all be applicable in real life and not just with Zuckerberg's platforms. But, you know, there's probably a reason why they don't put me in charge. Yet. So, as always, friends, I'm going to get off here, and I will tell you, this will be the last time that I discuss this horse shit going on in L.A. and Chicago and, you know, wherever else you're going to raise a fit. But I've wasted 4 days, and it's been nothing but on my feed and nothing but on my TV and nothing but on my... No. You know why the Amish didn't get COVID? Because they didn't have a TV. Take from that what you will. In the meantime, I'm going to get off here and go get some cigarettes and some chicken feed. Thank you so much for giving me some stars, because that means that I can go to the Tractor Supply and get a bag of medicated feed tonight. So I appreciate that. That I appreciate so very much. Because I asked for it nicely. I didn't just take it from you and expect you to give it to me. I just didn't walk into Tractor Supply and be like, I'm going to take these. And if they said, no, you got to get out, be like, death to Tractor Supply. I love Rural King. Go to Rural King. Shit. I was going to come home and spend the whole weekend this weekend and see my family, but I don't want to be that far away from my stockpile and my animals. Just in case. Keep your head on a swivel. Because we're not dealing with intelligent people here. We're dealing with remedial, barely getting by people. We're dealing with a very low intelligent quotient of people. You got to be real careful when you're dealing with those people, because it's like playing chess with a pigeon. You could win, but the pigeon's still going to strut all over the board and shit on everything like it won. So, you know, just please be aware. Because if they're acting like this in Los Angeles, that's just a taste. That's the test run. Seeing how it works out. Now they're coming east. Chicago, Houston, Denver, New York, Washington. All right. My papa always said that this day would come. I just thought that I'd be dead before it happened. So. Ammo's too expensive for a warning shot, so this is your public service announcement. Don't cross me. And everybody's really go, she's threatening me. No, I'm going to defend myself. I've been defending myself my whole life, and I never thought I was going to have to defend myself for being an American in America. You heard me. I'm having to defend myself for being an American in America. Damn me. Damn me for having a citizenship. Damn me for having passport. Damn me for paying taxes and doing things the right way according to the protocol and the laws of the land. Damn me. Anyway. I love you. I mean that. I'm praying for you. I'm praying that we all come out of this better. I'm praying that we all come out of this on the other side with a more appreciation for our fellow man and our American public. I really feel like we need to stick our feet in the sand and stand our ground. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing near the water. I shall not be moved. Lord, save our country. God bless our president. God bless the United States of America. And bring swift justice to all of our enemies, both foreign and domestic, Lord. Because I haven't had some good entertainment on prime time since they took Friends off of NBC. Amen. Keep your Bibles open and your powder dry, friends. Things that's about to get itchy. It's alright. The Lord's for us, who can be against us? I ain't worried about it. But please be situationally aware. Watch your surroundings. Watch your overpasses. Watch your dark corners and your tall buildings. Assume everybody is a threat. In the military, we call that situational awareness. And right now, our intel is telling us that OPSEC is fricked. It's gone. Everything's foobarred. So, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, friends. I will see you guys soon, I'm sure. We'll all come out on the right side together. But I do pray that everybody that participates, supports, or even shows up at these protests gets tried for treason and deported. Even if you're from here at this point. You messing with this shit? Bye. Get out. That's how I feel about it. If for any second you think that this is admissible, for any second that you think that we could have had the same opportunity to do the same damn thing in the last 4 years when you had an invalid in the White House, but we didn't. We didn't. We just sat still and minded our business, knew that it would all switch in 4 years and the red wave is back. It's funny that y'all don't politic this hard for your own candidates, but as soon as you lose, you throw a big duck fit. Y'all are the sorest losers I've ever seen in my entire life. I can't with y'all. There's a reason why y'all's mascot is a jackass. I said what I said. I don't like being political, but this ain't about being political. This is about being right or wrong, and you're wrong. Plain and simple. So, anywho, I don't subscribe to this whole no kings bullshit. However, I do believe long live the queen, and that's me. So, if you want to come and hang out in the queendom on Saturday, we're gonna be celebrating everything American, playing some good country songs, telling some good stories. Barrel 53, 8 o'clock Saturday night. Be there. It'll be a hell of a lot more fun than whatever protest you were thinking about going to. And it'll be a hell of a lot more educational than anything that you see on TikTok. It'll be a hell of a lot more fun than anything that you could do on a Saturday night for that kind of money. So, see ya at Barrel 53. Alright, guys, I'm out of here because the more I talk, the madder I get. And the madder I get, the more I smoke. And the more I smoke, the more I run out of cigarettes. So I gotta get. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching me. If you're just watching me so you can bitch about me later, you're still watching me. So, you're still a fan. If you don't like the things that I say or do and you're still watching every move I make, you're still a fan. I'll send you a sticker. I don't like her. You're still talking about me. I hate her music. Still talking about me. She's mean. Still talking about me. Thank you. You saved me money on my publicist this week. I don't care as long as you're listening. If you like me, great. If you don't like me, great. But I have a guaranteed good... Sarah Beth, don't cuss that much. I have a really good feeling that once you hear what I say and what I sing, I've converted 10 Democrats this week to being Sarah Beth Terry music fans. Not all Democrats are idiots. There are a few that are still got their senses. And yeah, I am being a little prejudiced right now against liberals. You know why? Because I'm tired of being talked about. I'm tired of being nailed to the whipping post, and then when I fight back, I'm the bad guy. No. No. See how it feels when you get called names? See how it feels when somebody generalizes you? See how it feels when somebody stereotypes you because of the way that you talk or where you're from? You see what's going on? Hypocrites. 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 So, I think that might be my next tat. I might do a big old make country music great again. Somebody should, because Lord knows what's on the radio ain't worth writing home about. Said what I said. I've been on the stage with, I lost count after 160 Grammy winners. And it's really funny to me that every single one of those people who have one of those little gold statues in their house has called me for help. Did I go and take their Grammy and say, I'm just going to live here because you've got plenty? No, because that's not how you do things. That's called breaking and entering. So, Connie, wherever you live, get us a gig there. We'll travel. Hell, I got a passport and a green card. No, I don't have a green card because I was born here. I have a Black American Express card. I don't know if that does anything for you. But it'll pay for diesel to get us there if I've paid the balance this month. Anyway, so if you want us to come to where you are, we'd love to come. We'd love to come see you. We'd love to come play somewhere near you and share this love and joy with everybody. Somebody said, you can't be political and be in music. I'm like, I refer you to Kid Rock. I refer you to John Rich. I refer you to Toby Keith. God rest his soul. So, sometimes you have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. That's what Aaron Tippin said. Gotta stand for something or you'll fall for anything. Got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. 90s country was giving you a message, and I know that y'all are having a resurgence of it. Maybe you should listen to what the hell they were singing, including Lee Greenwood, proud to be an American. Or at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. God bless Lee Greenwood. I believe every single word of that song. Because there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God help us. So, all right. Don't cry on Facebook, Sarah Beth. Your mascara will run. I love you. God bless you. God bless America. And we will see you guys again tomorrow. In the meantime, remember, I love you. I mean it. And there ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. Keep your Bibles open and your powder dry and your head on a swivel. And as always, friends, I'm Sarah Beth Terry Courtney. And you're not.